Shalom, Israel. This is Yaiqab from GMS Dallas Camp. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders who rule well. Peace and blessings to all the Yakiams scattered throughout the whole four corners of the earth. I just wanted to make a quick video. I was on my way to New Orleans this weekend with my family, and I was talking to my mom about the scriptures and stuff, and she was saying, I forgot how it was brought up, but pretty much I was telling her that the church that she goes to, there's no, the Spirit of the Most High doesn't dwell in those types of places. And she tried to bring out that one scripture saying where there's one, where there's two together or something like that, the Lord is there. I forgot how the scripture goes, but I know which scripture she's talking about. But she was kind of right, but at the same time she was wrong, because it's not talking about the church, like the actual temple. Just because you go to church and the people are there doesn't mean that the Most High the Spirit of the Most High dwells there. It's just talking about pretty much a gathering of Israelites in a public area, and I'll go into the word later, the word church later. But first I wanted to bring out Acts chapter 7, verse 48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as saith the prophet, Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will you build me, saith the Lord? Or what is the place of my rest? What kind? Most High, the earth is His footstool, man. So compared to that, why would He dwell in a temple made by you? And I believe there's another another scripture that says, roughly paraphrasing, that says something about not making anything with tools, because it pretty much taints it, or something like that. I'm not sure which scripture that is, but I also wanted to bring out Matthew chapter 16 verse 18. Make sure, 16 verse 18. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. Now I just picked this scripture just to point out the word church. So I'm gonna look into that word real quick. Okay, so the word church in Matthew 16 and 18 is Ekklesia, and let's see, it's a gathering of citizens called out from their homes into some public place, an assembly. We're called out there, in a public place to speak this, to tell people their transgressions and speak this wisdom. And the one that I also compared was I'll read all of them. An assembly of the people convened at the public place of the council for the purpose of deliberating, the assembly of the Israelites. So if you compare that with the first definition, a gathering of citizens called out from their homes into some public place, a gathering of Israelites in a public place. And that's what we do, that's the church, because we're all one body. We're the stones, and Yahushua is the chief cornerstone. And I tried to explain that to my mom, the best I could, but of course, she's not gonna get it. But it's just like kind of, I don't want to say fun, but it brushes you up on the stuff that you learn, breakdowns and what scriptures to go to. So, I've talked to her for a while about it, or I've been talking to her for a while about it ever since I crossed over, even before I crossed over. But, it just, it's not, you could say that it's casting my pearls onto swine, and it is, but at the same time, it helps me stay and remember some of the scriptures that, and sometimes I remember scriptures that that I've forgotten, just because, it gets you hyped up when she's like, no, well, what about this scripture? And then you're like, okay, let me bring out this scripture, let's see what you say about that. And then when when you stump them, it kind of makes you feel good because, you know what you're talking about. And that's pretty much what I just wanted to talk about. Just those simple points. And shalom.